Blackburn Rovers head into this week's action. Managerless, that's right, taking on also managerless Swansea City. Who's going to go out on top in the caretaker derby? We'll take a look at that and much more next. That's right, folks, back once again with another video today. It's all about Swansea City up against Blackburn Rovers over at Ewood Park, and we'll get to it in a second. If you know where you've been, hit the old subscribe button. You want sub shop for Blackburn Rovers Championship World Football. We got it all here under one rooski. That's right, it is the caretaker derby. Swansea City making the decision at the start of the week to get rid of matey boy. What's his name? Williams, that's right. Coming at you. Blackburn Rovers also still looking for a coach following John Eustace's decision to swap the top end for the bottom end of the table. That's right. We're no closer to finding out who, of course, will be the manager, but the game will go ahead this weekend as planned. That's right. So let's get into the deep end and take a look at the game itself. Here it is, guys. It is Swansea. It is Rovers coming at you over in Wales. That's right. Let's take a look at the recent run of events between these two sides. Now, they have played 16 times since 2011, 6 wins apiece. There's been 4 draws, of course. Swansea, 17th for the table right now, 37 points for the season. They have just won once in the last 6. Up against Rovers, who are 5th right now, 51 points for the season. Back-to-back wins. In fact, they're coming into this on 50% form. They've won 3 and they've lost 3 over the last 6 matches. Rovers do have a 3-0 win on our record, as do Swansea. Meanwhile, we've both scored 22 goals against each other in those 16 games, working out a 1.38 goals a game ratio. So pretty even Stevens down the board. Moving on, let's take a look at those last 6. This is both home and away, and it is, as you see, pretty even down the middle. 3 wins for Swansea, 3 wins for Rovers. Coming at you right here, right now. We did pick up the win at Ewood, 1-0 win as it was back in October. Last time we played at Swansea was a 2-1 win back in March 2024. That's right. Just have a quick scan through these. Yeah, so we've been exchanging victories, it looks like, over the last 6. Now, again, this is both at Ewood and over in Wales. The last 6 in Wales, not so good for Rovers. Just 1 win in the last 6. That 1 win wasn't too long ago, back in August 2022. Swanich on his debut? He's scoring that goal. He did score as well last time in Wales in 2024 as well. That was back in March, but we're on the losing end there, 2-1 loss. But a lot of these names of the goal scorers are gone. In fact, the only one remaining for Rovers is Lewis Travis. On the flip side, Swansea still have Joe Allen still knocking about. Bankabango still there as well. That's probably about it. So that's the last 6 at Swansea. Let's take a look at the last 10 then. Now we look for the red blur. Of course, again, it is pretty much exchanging victories. Of course, the last time we drew was way back in March 2021 at Ewood. With a 1-1 draw. So that's way back when. Over the course of history, though, this is the 31 games, stretching way back when. Rovers coming out top with 15 wins. Swansea with 10. There's been 6 draws. We have scored 54 goals compared to their 43 in that time. So that's that. What about the squads? Let's take a look at the squad values, etc., etc. 44.1 or 44.10 million euros. For Swansea, they've got averaging around 1.84 million euros a player. The squad age around about 27. They've got 8 national team players, 2 youth national team players, and 19 foreigners. As for Rovers, 52.55 million euros. That's the squad value. 1.95 is the average market value. 27.2 is the average age. We got 5 national team players, 2 youth, and 11 foreigners. As of right now, let's take a look at the coaches then. Well, again, just like last time, we're supposed to have a picture of Mr. Lowe here, but we don't. We do have Alan Sheehan, who's going to be coming in for Swansea this week. He's just 38 years of age. He might be in there. He might be in discussions, or just like David Lowe, an option to take over the reins on a full-time basis. He's got a 1.57 points per match ratio. He's been at the club since, he's at this hot spot since February 17th. Let's take a look at the key players then. Bankabango, valued around about 9 million euros. He's Welsh. Through and through, 24 years of age, good age for a centre-back, and of course a good future up ahead. Meanwhile, Tyree Stoner is 23, valued around about 5 million. His contract does expire at 2025. Swansea got their act together, got this guy nailed down to 2028. Take a look at the squads, and starting with the host, it is Swansea. They got ex-Burnley, ex-Dingle between the sticks, Lawrence Vigaroo, John McLaughlin as well on the books there as well. Moving forward, we've got Harry Darling, solid centre-back, Bankabango as well, likes of Cyrus Christie, Carl Norton. Josh Timon as well. Nathan to Joanne, Indonesian. Respect. Meanwhile, to midfield, the likes of, we've got Joe Allen there, Lewis O'Brien, of course, could have been a Rover, but not. It's quite a thin squad here, really, looking at it. Zan Verbotnik up top, Liam Cullen leading the line. Josh Ginley can also cause some problems on his day. As for my starting 11, going with this Vigouroux between the sticks. We're going to go with a back five, or three centre-backs anyway. Del Crew, Cabango, Norton making the back three. Timon supposed to be on the left. Ronald on the right. Franco and O'Brien in midfield. Cooper, Ji-sung alongside Cullen up top. That is my team for the Swansea City. What about Rovers then? This is the squad. It has been trimmed just from the last game. Of course, Blasas Toff competing alongside Pez, but Pez will be number one. We lost Jack Barrett's gone out to non-league, I believe, on loan. Into the back line, of course, Sanderson will probably debutise for Danny Bart, who's still out with a hamstring injury. Harry Pickman is still a long way away, so it's going to be Ribeiro, I would imagine. Hayden Carter could start, but probably going to be a bench player. Again, no Sigurdsson. He's gone. Off to Malmo. That is confirmed. He's been trimmed from the midfield ranks. Still a lot. There's a lot of headaches going on here, and I just don't know who's going to play. We do know Travis should start. Who's going to partner him? Will it be Buckley? Will it be Forshaw, scored last week, or JRC? Any arguments for him? What about in the supporting trio behind Mac Dargay, who should be starting? Will it be Cargbo getting the start? Will Dennis get in there? What about Dewberry? Cantwell? So many headaches to be had. But this is what I'm going with. Not much of a change from my last 11. Got pairs between the sticks. We've got Ribeiro on the left back, Britton up right back, Sanderson, Hyam in defensive central spots there. Travis Buckley. Then we have Dolan, Wyman and Cargbo. Cargbo is a wild card. Of course, I don't know if he's ready for a full start or if we are ready to unleash the Cargbo on a full start in a tricky game with a lot riding on it. And McTargay up top leading the line. So that's, of course, my 11. Let's take a look at the star men then, shall we? From the statistics point of view, it has been Harry Darling is the main man across both boards here. 7.14 average rating for the season. Ben Cabango is in second for Swansea, and then Liam Cullum's up there with 6.94. As for the top three, for Rovers, we've got Callum Britton, Ainsley Pears, and Danny Bart. Bart will not be available. Dom Hyam is right on his heels, though, with a 7.04. As for the average stats, 6.83 for Swansea compared to our 6.91. They've scored 34 goals to our 39. We've conceded 31 to their 46. Averaging 1 goal a game for Swansea, 1.2 goals a game for Rovers. As for ball possession, Swansea are possession-based side, 60.7% possession, just the 7 clean sheets for the season, compared to Rovers' 47.5% possession, 13 clean sheets for the season as well, not too shabby there. Then moving forward, the duels, 148.5% for Swansea, aerial duels, 141.7%. They have just 1 red card for their name. Up against Rovers, 50.5% duels won. Both up in the air and down on the ground. 50.9 if you want to be specific about the aerial duels, 1 and 2 red cards for their name. Let's take a look at the statistics then. When in possession, where are we likely to be in possession? Well, let's start with Swansea. They prefer the right to the left, and when in possession, they can be more often and they're not found in the defensive third than the attacking third. That's pretty much the same for Rovers. More likely though to be in that defensive ranks to the attacking ranks. 32% of our possession are in the attacking, defending zones there. And again, when in possession, we split it up between the left and the right. A bit of a shared responsibility there. Moving forward, shot direction. Swansea prefer, again, they're even split down the middles, down the wings there, 13 and 13 down the left and the right. More often than not, though, 31% of the shots are in the outside the box. Rovers, more often than they're not shooting from the right-hand side, and 27% of our shots are in the outside of the box. Shots received by Swansea, more often than not coming down the right than the left, and 11% in that 6-yard area. Rovers, on the flip side, 18% of the shots coming down the left-hand side and 8% in that 6-yard area. So that's, of course, some of that statistics there. What about the goals? Well, let's have a look at the goals then, shall we? Of course, Swansea scoring 23 goals through open play, 8 set pieces, 2 own goals and 1 penalty. The goals conceded, 29 through open play, 8 set pieces, 4 penalties, 3 own goals and 2 counter-attacks. Rovers, on the flip side, 25 goals through open play, 6 set pieces, 4 counter-attacks. We've got 3 penalties and just the 1 own goal. As for Rovers conceding goals, 19 through open play, 9 set pieces, 3 penalties. Is that right? Does that seem right to you? It does seem right a little bit to me when I think about it. Moving forward, this is Swansea's form coming into this on the back of a 3-1 loss to Stoke. That was away. Last time they were at home, though, they picked up a 1-0 loss to Swansea. In fact, they haven't won back-to-back games. They haven't scored in back-to-back games at home. So this is opportunity knocks for Swansea. After this game, they'll keep it with the Northwest rivals, taking up Preston next. That's at Deepdale. Then take on Borough, Watford, and then Burnley. It's a very, very awkward run of games there for Swansea. You just don't know what they're going to get. They could actually get sucked into that. They've got to get their manager appointment right, just like us. Rovers on the flip side. After this game, we take on Norwich at Ewood. Then we got the John Eustace derby at Derby. Then it's Stoke. Then it's Cardiff. Again, winnable games, but also banana skins left, right, and centre, including this one at the moment. So not great for Rovers coming at you. What am I looking at now? Let's take a look at the form table then. Rovers are 10th in the form table. That's winning 3 and losing 3 over the last 6 matches. Swansea are down there 22nd. They've only won once of the last 6. This is, of course, what I mean by that. Well, what I mean by this is we're focusing in on the home form for Swansea. They're winless in the last 4. Rovers just 1 win in 4 on the road. That was against West Brom. Big win it was. Important win at the time of the season as well to keep us where we are. Speaking of the game itself, here it is. Swansea's strengths are shooting from free kicks. We've got to watch that. Their weaknesses, though, scoring chances, defending against through balls, defending against skillful players, protecting the lead. Aerial duels, avoiding individual areas, stopping opponents from creating chances. Their style of play is wide, play out wide, possession football, coming down the right-hand side. Short passes, also non-aggressive, and they allow opponents to play aggressively against them. Rovers' strengths are protecting the lead, counter-attacks, attacking down the wings, stealing the ball from the opposition, aerial duels. Weaknesses, though, defending set pieces, avoiding fouling in dangerous areas. Our style of play is aggressive, and we play in our own half. Forecast says Rovers will dominate in the air. Swansea will score from a free kick, and Rovers will be shown a high number of cars. What does that translate to? No, I don't even know. Meanwhile, the table at the moment looks like this. If I can get over there, we should be all right. I think we should be in the playoffs no matter what at the end of this game. But of course, it would be a great opportunity to put some more points on the board right here, right now. Swansea, a win for them. They could go up to 16th of the table and get themselves away from that drop zone because a couple more wins for the likes of Derby or Hull or whatever, and they could just start to see them falling down the pecking order. Technically, they could go as low as 19th with everything else going against them. Rovers could technically go down to 6th, but still be in this place at the end of it. What else do we have? This is the journeys thus far. Rovers represented by the blue graph here. We've been up here for the good part of the season. It's crazy. Up against Swansea, you had a good start to the season, but it kind of went off the boil, and it's gone extremely off the boil of late, and that's why they've made the decision to change their coach. What else is going around the grounds this weekend in the Championship? Well, it all kicks off tomorrow with a doubleheader. Bristol City against Borough. Could be lastminute.com for Caddick. He had the vote of confidence this week, so he's probably on the last of his 9 lives. Meanwhile, Burnley could do us a favour by beating Sheffield Wednesday, get them off our curtails. Sunderland need to get back to winning ways and fast. Relegation 6 points between Plymouth and Cardiff. That's also taking place tomorrow in the early kickoff. Derby against Millwall. Might keep an eye on that bad boy. Into the 3 o'clock kickoffs. It is West Brom. It is Oxford. It's Portsmouth. It is QPR, Norwich, Stoke, Coventry, Preston. Those are all the Saturday 3 o'clock kickoffs, as well as Swansea taking on Blackburn Rovers. We'll have the watch along, of course, right here, right now. Into Sunday, it's Watford, it is Luton, and then into Monday, it's Sheffield United and Leeds, and another tip at the top of the table, crunch clash. That's right. Let's take a look at the top goal scorers, all that kind of jazz right here, right now. There is no Rovers in sight here, or any Swans in sight, but Borja Sanz is your main man, 15 goals. Perot's up there with 14. Isidore's up there, chipping in with 12. Josh Major, who's been injured, he's also got 12. Latilath no longer here. Mehmeti's doing business. Callum Robinson's also chipping in with the goals. We're struggling Cardiff. Dan James has got 10. Windus has got 10. And Bayo has got 10 as well. Key assist man is Tom Fellows with 11. Redonia has got 10. Finn Aziz with Borough has got 9. Murphy has got 8. Sullivan's got 7 as well. That's also a crucial point, is that Borough have lost Ben Doak for a little bit, and maybe Infinities as well. So that's why they are continuing to struggle at the moment. So, guys, that's the tale of the tape. It all boils down to what I think will happen in the game. Of course, my prediction, well, it's a tricky one. I know it's definitely a banana skin, and it is a winnable game for either side. The tails might be up for Rovers under David Lowe right now, but and it's actually a nervous time because a win for Rovers, the board might go, you know what, let's just keep it as it is for the time of asking, because why disrupt the flux? And I don't want that, to be honest with you. I would like a actual coach who will get us over the line, a bit of a morale boost, a bit of a new manager bounce. So this is definitely a tricky one. Same can be said for Swansea. They made the call. Caretaker's coming in now, maybe a breath of fresh air, maybe a change of everything for Swansea. So it's just one of them games. And unfortunately, because of that, I am going to do it. I'm sorry. I'm sitting on the fence here, a point at the moment. We've not got the good. If you look back, we have not got a good record against Swansea at Swansea. And of course, we have a win recently against the Swans. But realistically, 1 win in 6 is not good. It's a tricky place to go. Swansea is a long place to go. It's a difficult part of the country, or part of Great Britain anyway. Yeah, we shouldn't underestimate. We shouldn't turn our nose up at a draw here at this part of the season. A point in the bag is better than nothing at this point. So we've got to just add it to the tally and then prepare for the next one, the next weekend back at Ewood Park. So for me, a draw ain't too shabby. Let's put a point in the bag and let's go again. But on the flip side, it is a great opportunity to add to our tally if we manage to get an early lead and maybe sit back and hold tight. That's my thoughts. Make sure you smash your like, smash your subscribe. We'll go again, guys, very, very soon. But until then, we're done.